What's up, everybody? I'm back, man. Hey, real quick, man, just as a reminder, this is a fitness channel with a twist. And you know what I need to bring to your guys' attention, I'm going to be running the fitness part just a little bit different now. I'm going to change over to the way I explain my program. I'm going to put it, how should I say, I'm going to bring it down to a level, to an intermediate level, where I'll start demonstrating to my audience the simplicity of doing exercise without any weights. So in order to participate with this, you're going to have to tune into my shorts. You're going to also have to tune into my Instagram story, okay? Because I will be posting little short clips of me exercising and explaining what the exercise takes the place of from doing it with weights, okay? I'm doing this because one of my audience, well, actually one of my channel members requested this. So, you know, as I do, I try to be informative to everybody out there in my audience that doesn't seem to quite grasp the physics behind working out. So I try to break it down to layman's terms. Yeah, so that's the new way what I'm going to be doing. As you guys can see, I'm a full-time online fitness coach. Well, you may not be able to see that, but you know what I'm saying? I mean, the proof is in the pudding, people. You know, so if you want to get started in your fitness journey, you could hit me up. It's High Power Fitness. It's high_power_fitness_, my bad. I had something going through my mind right now that just popped up about, because yesterday, if you guys were aware, that I was at Lincoln Heights, there was a lowrider car show, and yeah, that's the trip, man. You know what I mean? I recognize certain individuals, and I'm sure a whole lot of individuals recognize me. So we'll get to that. That'll be part of the twist today. But anyways, people, if you want to get started on that fitness journey, you know, I have a 3-month program guaranteed to work. You can lose up to 30 pounds of fat and build muscle at the same time. Keep in mind, the building muscle part is optional, people. You don't have to get on and sign up on my program to get ripped and fit. Not everybody's into getting ripped and fit. You know what I mean? People may just want to drop a few pounds for an upcoming event. You know, so, hey, so be it. I got you. You know what I mean? Like, you know what my biggest joy about doing this online coaching is knowing that someone signed up with my program that was suffering with health conditions. And by me teaching them about nutrition and holding them accountable and providing that blueprint for them, a blueprint that they had to adhere to, and seeing the change in their lifestyle and overcome the situation that they were dealing with as far as their physical health, the conditions that they were suffering with, to reverse certain conditions. You know, there's no greater reward knowing that I took part in that person's life and bettering himself or herself. Okay, so anyways, people, with that being said, man, I'm the motherfucking rambler. I do ramble on a lot. I bounce around everywhere. So you guys that are new to my channel, this is what I do. You know what I mean? I do a lot of rambling, talking riddles, you know what I mean? But if there's ever a point in time where you don't understand me, send me a message. Leave it down there in the comments and say, hey, OG, break that shit down, man. You fucking lost me. You came out of South Park from nowhere and I didn't understand what you said, and I'll break it down to you. You know what I mean? But anyways, people, yeah, so yesterday I was invited to a car show. Got to give a shout out to the Bomb Squad, my tocayo. You know what I mean? They hosted, it's an annual Cinco de Mayo car show that they do over there in Lincoln Heights. And as usual, you know, it gets packed, man. A lot of good people walking around there. A lot of people mean mugging. A lot of people doing a whole lot of everything. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, everything was cool, you know. You know, through this social media, for some reason, I've gained people that hate on me, that don't even know me. You know what I mean? And these individuals like to put up the areas that they're from, you know. So by doing so, it keeps me on my P's and Q's. I don't really believe that they're where they say they're from, because why would you do something like that, you know, on social media? You're telling on yourself. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, the car show was good. You know what I mean? We went strolling around. Me, the wife, the homie. You know what I mean? Walking through, seeing different areas. You know, obviously, homies from different barrios. But at the end of the day, everything was good over there. You know what I mean? There's certain individuals that just rubbernecked one too many times. I speculated on who they were, but did I pay them no mind? Absolutely not. But of course, I didn't lose sight of them though either. You know what I'm saying? I would be a fool to let somebody rock me to sleep. You know, that just ain't gonna happen. You always got to stay on your P's and Q's. You know, but yeah. So today's video, man, it's gonna be rather short because, like I'm saying, I'm trying to avoid applying any type of negative energy toward, well, applying any type of attention to negative energy that has been pushed my way. You know, there's a lot that I could talk about, people, but, you know, like I said, I need to make this change. It's very important, you know. So if you guys have anything that you want me to chop it up about, I'm asking my audience, let me know, man, because for now, it may get a little boring for you guys. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I'll tell you one thing that I won't shake away from. If somebody keeps on throwing jabs at me, I'm gonna jab right back at them. You know, like I said, man. Yesterday, I could say a few things around the car show. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to, because we're gonna leave it as that. As it turned out, it was a success over there. Everybody, like I said, there was a bunch of good people walking around there. A lot of good gente. And from, you know, believe it or not, Cinco de Mayo car show had a lot of different cultures walking around there too. The trip, you know what I'm saying? I actually seen a couple little brothers. They had the estilo of a homie, and they were walking with a group of little homies. But then it's hard to identify whether they're playing the homie side or the homies are playing their side. You know what I mean? Especially these little Edgars, because they tend to use that N-word a whole lot. My God, you know what I mean? But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Well, anyways, people, with that being said, man, like I said, this is going to be a really short video. It may not get any views at all, which I don't really care. As long as it reaches the people that it needs to reach to, I'm all good with that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I've taken a new route, and this new route is a lot more promising than that path of negativity. You know what I mean? Because if you live in a world of negativity, you're going to be surrounded in misery. That's no fun. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, people, with that being said, if you want to get started in your fitness journey, you already know, shoot me a DM. It's High Power Fitness, high_power_fitness_, or you could email me at highpowerfitness@yahoo.com. Real quick, I just need to throw this message out here real quick. I'm looking for a couple of breakdancers to hire to perform at an event. Okay, so if you're a break dancer and that can really break dance, you know, at a high caliber, you will be compensated. Okay, it will be easy money to make, and it'll be worth your time. If you're not a break dancer, and if you happen to know somebody and that's in need of some work, leave me a message down there in the comments, and I'll give you a line of communication how we could get you started. Because I need, like I said, 2 break dancers. Okay, you will be compensated, and it will be easy money. And trust and believe, it's not going to be chump change. You'll be paid for your performance. All right. Well, anyways, people, with that being said, man, get up and get yours. Don't talk about it. Be about it.
Yeah. It's Coach Pedro in the building. High Power Fitness. We don't talk about it, we be about it. West Coast vibes, real grind, real game. Let's go. Rolling up early, sun ain't even rise yet. Mindset locked in, goal set, no regrets. Weights clank loud like a war zone echo. Discipline the weapon, every rep is a death blow. From the struggle to the hustle, we built this empire. No shortcuts, just sweat, pain, and fire. Nutrition dialed in, body sharp like a blade. Mental game strong, never fold, never fade. High power, we rise, we grind, we shine. West Coast still in the soul, heart in the line. Don't talk about it, be about it. That's the code. Coach Pedro got the blueprint, now watch it explode. High power, we rise, we grind, we shine. West Coast still in the soul, heart in the line. Don't talk about it, be about it. That's the code. Coach Pedro got the blueprint, now watch it explode. No gimmicks, no fluff, just truth and grit. Every setback's a setup for a comeback hit. We break limits, crush vices, elevate the mind. High powers the movement, leave the weak behind. From the streets to the gym, it's the same mentality. Respect, loyalty, strength, that's reality. So if you're ready to transform, step in the zone. This ain't just fitness, it's a kingdom, a throne. High power, we rise, we grind, we shine. West Coast steel in the soul, heart in the line. Don't talk about it, be about it. That's the code.